Okay, so let's see where we left off. Here's the old piece. Remember that was broken off down in there. And let's see, Cadillac, they wanted $343.14. I said no way. So looked on eBay. I found one for like 94 bucks or something like that. And the guy kind of had it listed wrong. He had this as a upper control arm housing, which I don't know, I guess you can kind of see it that way, but so that's why I missed that one. But I finally found that one and went ahead and bought it. And then today, Monday, I called the junkyard around here, and they actually had one. So eBay was 94 bucks, and I messaged them real quick, and the guys were really, they were really cool about it. They refunded the money back. They probably didn't even know they had the sale yet whenever I called them, but because I'm over here in Oklahoma, and my early is way early for them. But so here's one I got locally, and it was a little bit cheaper. And probably the biggest thing is I got it today, so I didn't have to wait for shipping or anything like that. But here's that little rubber mount I was talking about. I mean, that thing it's a really solid mount. But I was kind of debating on showing this or not. It is stupid hot today. But I use this car for work, so I kind of have to have it. I can drive my wife's car around, but that's the reason why I bought this car, and it needs to be done. Kids are going off to camp, so now would be a good time to go ahead and mess with this thing and get it all put together without anybody bothering me. So I was kind of debating on showing this or not. Like I said, it's stupid hot today. 95 degrees, and it's almost 7 o'clock. I'm going to show you, I guess, like I said, it's hot. I don't have a shirt on, but I don't really care. If that offends you, then I'm sorry. This again, oh, this is the top. You have your spring that's compressed. You have your mount down here, and this is just that little rubber deal. And I just sprayed some white lithium grease in there, just if it does squeak, which I never had any squeaking problems, but that'll help maybe eliminate it if there ever was an issue with that. Again, I went down and I tried to find this rubber boot. I couldn't find it anywhere, so there's really not much I can do except stick it back on there. But again, I put lithium grease on that too. Then there's also this little keeper donut hole looking thing. Oops. And it fits down there like this. What that's going to do is that's going to help align your strut. Try and get that out again. And then you can kind of see here this little lip here. You're going to want that to go right at the end of where that spring is. Just going to fit in there, kind of lock down in like that. Oops, put that in upside down. There you go. Again, that goes, oops, it goes on top like this. Alright, so you got all that in. Then you're going to get your upper strut, or upper, this is your upper strut mount, your upper control arm bracket, all that good stuff. I guess until you part number. Blam. 257000258. Does anybody ever wanted to know that? Oh, also, if you guys buy this, make sure that whenever you buy it, that your lower control arm is good. Like I went and checked everything, and everything seemed good. There's no loose, and it's not jagged, you know, it's not wobbling or nothing like that. And that's something I was kind of worried about, but I think once I get it back over on the car and I start loosening these up, you see it's not going down flush all the way. But once we have this in the car, this is going to be pushing up. I'm going to have the bolts on there, so it can't go up anymore, but this will be able to go up, and hopefully it will seat in there. And I want this below the arms, so so hopefully I won't have much issues with that. I don't know. But alright, I guess next thing to do is let's go try it out and see what happens. Alright, stay tuned. I'll double check everything and move camera positions and get ready to stab this thing in. Okay, so here we go. I'm pretty sure the new strut came with the new washer, but I couldn't find it. Washer's fine. There's no big deal with that. So again, here's the holes that we're going to be mounting. So I'm going to try and stuff it under here. Here's where your ball joint goes in into. Under there is where all the mounting dilly whoppers are. So got my bolts down here. That bolts to your struts. So put those in there for safekeeping. If I remember right, I had to tilt my head just right and look kind of crazy for a minute. It's not too far out of the norm. Something kind of like that. Pretty Cody, he's dropping. Right. Actually, we've been pretty lucky, to tell you the truth. It hadn't really been that hot. Had a few hot days, but all in all, it's been great. Normally we get freaking crazy. Oh, that's not good. It would have already been 100 several different days in a row already. When did I come? Dang it. There we go. Dude, why didn't you tell me to put this in there? Oh my goodness. Guess what we gotta do now? Dang it. That was a test. I'm gonna see if I stop the phone. Also, maybe I gotta stand on my head to get that. Something like that. Oh, no, thanks again. Huh. After you drop it down, just let it slip up. Alright, slide back to go. slide down. Yeah, buddy. I'm never going to tighten this on, for real. I'm not going to tighten it a whole heck of a lot, because it is aluminum. There we go. Let's see. You might can see straight down in there. So that's the washer right here. So we'll get that semi lined up there. And just try and do this bottom one. Hold through here and over here. All the while trying to put everything together and not busting the gut here. I'll try this down this way. Ow. Okay. Now. Almost. There we go. Okay. Put these in just a little bit. Sorry, make sure my elbows aren't going. Put this nut on top. Kind of press that strut and then go. Shoot, sorry. Alright. Now they make a special tool for that. Kind of neat. Holds that centerpiece, and then it allows you to tighten that nut while holding it. Kind of cool. Alright. So, I guess what I'm going to do now is make sure the springs are kind of where they need to be on here. And then probably finish tightening these lower nuts up, or bolts, and then come back and slowly loosen these off, and hopefully it'll sit right. We'll throw the upper ball joint in, throw a tire on, and it should be good to go. These are some little bolts, so I'm not gonna, just about like that. Okay, so we kind of got those a little snug, not too bad. So we're gonna come back with that 3/4 inch and loosen that off. Actually, I bought a tool just for that. It's a universal socket or universal swivel. Right here from AutoZone. It was $9.99, I think, but that'll allow you to get in there and still use your impact, which is important on tight situations like these. So that kind of fits in there. We don't want to tighten, we want to loosen. Still checking to make sure everything's seating like it should. Yep, so far so good. See how that catch bolt had came out? I'm going to tighten it back down. Make sure that's all the way in there. That's good calls. Turn this down, turn it back up. There you go. It's still catching, but not as bad. I don't know how much. We don't have a whole lot left to go. Crap. You gotta do it old school way. And as this loosens up, I think that's some, so I'm gonna put that socket in there. Forget it. So forget it. Kind of on a flat spot. Maybe I can slide that socket in there better. Alright. Nope. Alright. You want to do it evenly for sure, because you don't want too much on one side and get all cockeyed, and I don't think this could come apart on you, but hey, you never know. I don't want to be the one to find out. That's for daggone sure. Daggone, man, that sounds like I'm a redneck or something. There's something else that would probably help out, which I thought about just now, is if before you use this, you put maybe some grease on here, maybe some grease up in here. Maybe that'll allow it to rotate just a little bit better. Get that spread out just a little bit more. So let's get that sucker out now. Sorry. There we go. Woohoo! You got this little fancy little latch thingy. You got one on the bottom. Just get the butt out. Nice. Yeah, just rotate that. There you go. Ooh, that is muy caliente. Right. Still looking at how all this is sitting in there. All the way out. You'll notice I don't really cuss, but I make up some words, which could be cussing in another language, but if it is, I'm sorry. Alrighty, so here we go. So that was kind of easy. Easier than taking off, I can tell you that. So, what I'm going to do is on that upper ball joint, this was a bear to get out. So what I'm going to do is get some anise. I catch myself using this more and more. I'd already put some on those bolts down there the first time I found this. But anyways, back up here. Just gonna get a little on my finger. Just wipe it all around. I got a pickle fork, and that's what they call it. So if I ever needed to, I can get it out, but work smarter, not harder, right? Okay. Now, this is just right. So we got that here. Look at that big old gap. What are we going to do? This is where you get your floor jack, and you're going to jack the bottom of it up just a little bit. So let's move you out so maybe you can see the kind of what I'm talking about. You got to take this bolt completely out. Yeah. Let it come back down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Forgot, you got to take that bolt out because that little rivet, that little indention right here, your bolt lays in like that whenever it goes through, and that's what locks this in. So, go. Yeah, go. Around with it. At this point, the part's kind of off the ground. So that's as high up as that's going to go. Keep that up. Yep. You won't be happy. Okay. So, this is the bolt I took out. As you can see, the threads kind of messed up. To be honest, I don't know if I did that, if it was like that before, but all I got to do is get 2 washers to go past that, and that's all the threads that are showing. That's underneath, so you can't see it, or so it won't be a hindrance. Yeah, it's good. Oh, it's over there. That's good enough. Come back on. When tight. Okay, now let's lower this one just a bit. And again, these are, you know, kind of little bolts, so I'm not going to tighten the crap out of them. Just pretty tight. Okay. So, one thing I did was I took this off, and I think this is possibly part of ABS or something. But I did that so I could get in there and get to the bolts, and whenever I was pulling this out, it wouldn't get caught up on here. So, pull that out. There you go. I think it's all about done. Just got to throw the tires back on, put all this back in its nice little home and box, and I think it's good to go. But, yeah, you don't comment, right? I know this is a long video, but I'll fast forward some of it. Alright, thanks for watching. I figured I'll show you how I'm tightening this real quick. Got a 1/4 inch opening wrench, and then 15 millimeter There, 15 millimeter opening wrench. Just holding this right here, because normally it just turns that whole shaft and it's not doing anything. So hold it with the 1/4 inch and you just tighten it up this way. Until it bottoms out. So there. So that's how I do that. I said before, whenever I would bounce this up and down, you'd see this whole thing just shifting up. So I think we're good now, finally. But alright, yeah, see ya.